Hey guys, welcome to the video today. In today's video, we're going to be taking a look at how to repair a Hunter PGV valve that's leaking pretty good there. When the system's turned on, the water starts leaking out of the valve. Same thing with the one right next to it. We're going to get these all taken apart and cleaned up and replace the diaphragm inside. So let's go ahead and take a look at the instructions, and then we'll get the sprinkler box turned off, and then we'll also get the main water supply turned off to the irrigation system. Okay guys, here's the PGV replacement diaphragm instructions. Make sure to read through it and understand it completely. It's got everything you need to know to do the job properly and safely. These are normally about $10 on Amazon. I ended up getting them for $5. They had a great deal. All right, let's move on to the sprinkler box next. All right, guys, set your sprinkler box system to off. I have mine set to system off there, and then go ahead and unplug it from the wall like so. Now we're going to head inside to the main water shutoff. All right, guys, here's the main water supply to my irrigation system. We need to turn this off. You can see that mine's inside, but yours may be outside. Make sure that you locate it and turn it off properly. This is a very important step to make sure that we can do this job safely. Okay, let's head back outside. All right, guys, once you have your main water supply turned off, you can test it just by turning your solenoid here a quarter turn. That's what this one says, a quarter turn to the on position. And as you can hear, the water is not coming on. So we know that there is no water pressure to the system. And then we just unscrew this piece here until it comes off. We're also going to take off our solenoid here. You can do it just by twisting it with your hand. Make sure not to tangle up any of the wires too bad. And make sure not to get the solenoid dirty. We're just going to set it over here for now on these wires to keep it clean. And now we can take the jar type cover off here. We're just going to set it to the side. And then we can take this whole piece straight out here. Okay. There's a spring on the underside, so just make sure you don't lose that. We're going to set that right here for now. And then here is our diaphragm. There's like a little piece right here. You can see it on the new ones. This is what I'm grabbing it by to get it up. And we're just going to pull it straight up like so. I'm going to set that right here to the side. That's the piece we're going to replace. And then you also have this ring right here. Okay? And that's all full of water. You can check, just make sure there's no like rock or debris down in there. And in this case, there isn't. So now what I'm going to do is I'm going to take all this stuff over to the hose. I'm going to get it all rinsed off really good. And then we're going to put it back together just like we found it. But this time with the new diaphragm. So let's head over and rinse this stuff off right now. Making sure when I do this, guys, just that all the parts where this is going to stay connected and watertight, that we're just making sure that there's no debris in there. And then just giving the top a good rinse off as well. This is a key part. We're going to make sure that no debris on that. This is the old diaphragm. We don't need to worry about that. And then I'm just rinsing off the screw down cover here. Same deal with the threads inside, just making sure that there's no dirt or debris trapped in them. Okay, let's head back to the valve. All right, guys, we're going to put this piece back in here first, and it presses down into place. I'm just making sure there's no debris around the ring in there, and there was not. So we're going to put that in and push it down into place. And then after that, here's our new diaphragm. By the way, these were like $10 or so on Amazon, but they had a great deal. They were like under $5. So I bought the two that I need, and I bought 2 extra for the future, just so I don't have to wait if I ever need one again. I'm going to go ahead and put the diaphragm in, and you can tell the orientation just by this little piece here in the front. Oops. like so. Just be gentle with it, but you can feel when it fits into place as well. And then we have our cover with the spring here that we're going to go ahead and put right back in on top of the diaphragm here. And you can see there's the part right up here. This is where the solenoid hooks into, and this is where the plunger gets through right here. That's going to go right like so. And we'll feel it fit into place there just like it did. Okay. And now once that's in place, we're going to put our outer ring in here, and we're going to go ahead and screw that back down tight. And this one's a little tricky because when they installed this, the valve, look how close the valve next to it is. I mean, every time I turn this, as it gets lower, it's clicking into the other valve. But there we go. We'll make sure that's as tight as we can get it with hand. Don't need it tighter than that. And once we have it tight with hand, we're going to go ahead and take our solenoid here. We're going to make sure that it's still clean. Make sure that the little O-ring that you have there is still clean and no debris on it. And we're going to stick it down in here and twist it back into place. And same thing with these. You just want to get them hand tight. You don't want to over tighten these in any way. Okay, that's hand tight right there. I'm going to go ahead and do the next one here, and then we'll get our water turned back on, and we'll test these out and see if it fixed the problem. All right, guys, so here we go. I got the diaphragm replaced in both of these valves and got everything cleaned up. We're going to head back inside and turn on the water to the system and ensure these aren't leaking. Let's go ahead and do that right now. All right, guys, so here we go. We're going to get the system turned back on. Whenever you do this, you want to do it really slowly. All right, we can just hear that the water repressurized into the system. Let's head back outside and check it out. All right, guys, now that we got the system back on, we're going to go ahead and test this really quick. It tells you right on this solenoid, make sure to check yours, but you can see that a quarter turn this way turns the system on. So we're going to go ahead and do that right now. And there it is. We can hear the sprinklers just turned on, and there is no leaks coming out of there like there was before. Let's leave that on here for a few seconds. Let all the air work out of the system, if there was any. Okay, let's test the next one. So I'm going to turn this off, a quarter turn. Again, hand tight on these, no more. You don't want to crank them down. Just waiting for the system to turn off. We just heard it. And now we're going to test this one here. Same thing, we're just going to do a quarter turn. We hear the system turning on there, and no leaks. So, guys, it was a success. All right, guys, well, there you have it. No leaks on either of the valves that were leaking. I'm really happy with that. You know, the cost to fix this in my case right now was about $5 a piece. Even if I had to spend $10 a piece, the full price to fix those, it would be well worth it. You don't want to have a leaking mess inside of your sprinkler system. It's going to cause all sorts of problems. So yeah, let's go ahead and take a look at the backyard here. All right, guys, there you have it. Sprinkler systems are working. The lawn is happy. Thank you guys for watching. Please like, subscribe, and comment, and I hope to see you guys in the next video. Have a good one.